And just like that, can you believe it's Monday? What is it? The 8th of December. I saw the best thing today. It was a picture of a pillbox, it has the days of the week on it. And it was on Twitter. And it said, "Hey, kids, when you grow up, this is your advent calendar." Absolutely true. Hi, everybody. I'm Russ Kane. And he has had I'm following him on social media just a little bit. I mean, not stalking him, just following him. This is the Midday Show, by the way. You know him. You love him. He's the king of comedy, depending which way the wind's blowing. Neil Longie Long. There we go.
And a block of flats with 24 flats in it makes an ideal advent calendar for cannibals. That's a Gary Delaney joke, but he put it on Facebook for public use, I think so.
Oh, did he? He's funny.
Yeah,
Gary Delaney cracks me up.
Oh, are you aware of Gary Delaney? I think he's brilliant.
Oh my God, are you kidding? He's hilarious.
He's one of the best one-liner comedians around. Him and Tim Vine, I think, are my favourites.
But they're very interesting because they do the one-line gag and then move on to the next gag. Tim Vine's are silly and just soppy, and Gary Delaney's are like
rude.
He did one. He went, I filled the escort up with diesel. She died.
Yeah.
He does these things where you don't see where the gag is going to land. And
no, that's the genius, though, isn't it? Oh, goodness me. I've had one hell of a weekend, a good one.
I want to hear all about it, mister. Let's hear.
Okay. Well, Friday night I had a gig, a Latino gig, which was nice. The Era Latina dance, a dance troupe, which was nice. So there was that.
Where was that? Where did you see that? Where was this?
That was where was that? Kingston.
Yep. Okay.
And then Saturday I had a gig, 2 gigs on Saturday. One was like the gigs I was doing at Capitol. I was playing 90s dance bangers. It was an over 30s club. And it was just fantastic. It was like 2 hours of Neil
Were you
heaven.
throwing out T-shirts with Mick Brown?
No, I wasn't doing that. There was no chuck. But I was mixing like a monster, and it was great fun. Saturday night went on to another gig.
I have no idea what you just said, but I'm nodding like I really understand. Okay.
Mixing, beat match mixing, playing the records well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else? Then Sunday I had a radio show on radio. Oh, when they bring it in the transition. Nothing like that whatsoever.
It is in my head.
Yeah, all right, whatever. Whatevs. And then Sunday I did a show on Radio Jackie, and then had a comedy gig in Ruislip last night. And I've lost over 2 stone, so life is good at the moment.
Hang on, you've lost over 2 stone? Are you on Monjaro? Yeah, I didn't know who it was. I thought it was Celine Dion for a minute. Are you on Monjaro or something? Are you on Monjaro?
No, Wegovy.
Are you on something?
Yeah.
Are you taking injections?
Drugs. Yeah. Wegovy.
Wegovy. I have not heard of this particular pharmaceutical. What? Pray tell.
It's like Monjaro, but.
And how quickly have you lost 2 stone? He said, drinking a fizzy drink. Come on.
A sugar-free fizzy drink.
Okay, good for you.
A couple of months. They start you very slowly, but
right.
I've changed my habits as well. I've drunk an awful lot less, which I feel better for.
Well,
and I exercise a lot more, and I eat at sensible times and snack a lot less. So it's not like you can sort of stab yourself with the medication and then carry on as normal.
No, you got to help it along.
You got to help it along. Yeah.
God, my pal Leo.
And then a comedy gig last night. I told you that, didn't I? Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Leo Green, my mate, the son of the great Benny Green, and Leo's just the funniest person I know. He has lost over 6 stone.
Wow.
Yeah, he looks. It's ridiculous.
A new person.
He was a big guy.
I met an old friend of mine that lost 6 stone. Actually, I mean, she looks fantastic. Thought I saw Neil. No, that was dogging around New Malden RVB.
Oh. You had to go there, boy. You had to go there. Wow. Well, it's interesting. Whereas everybody else is getting into the Yuletide spirit, I got funerals coming in like they're going out of fashion. It's always a thing, isn't it, around Christmas time that people tend to pop their clogs. And I've got 2 family meetings today. Just today, I got 2 family meetings.
How are you feeling?
How am I feeling?
How are you feeling?
The back is definitely improving thanks to, I'm off all the pills and everything.
Oh, good.
Only take it if it really gets bad. Thanks to the chiropractor who I'm having to see twice a week. Yeah, it's helping. It's definitely helping. I'm getting my life back, getting my mobility back. Thank goodness.
I like chiropractionery, if that's the word, and I believe in it. But my family doctor, and I really like my family doctor, but he got really cross when I mentioned chiropractors. And he went, chiropractor, we want, and he banged down a tin of, I don't know, Voltarol or Ralgex or whatever it was. Use that instead. And I'm like, no.
I'll deal with it very quickly because otherwise
that surprised me. Because he was quite open-minded about other things.
I've never been to a chiro. I've been to a physiotherapist in the past, but I've never been to a chiropractor before.
Oh, I love it when they click you.
Well, the clicks, I'm surprised that you can't hear them in New Malden, quite honestly.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? The clicking, it's not bones. That would be very painful. It's air bubbles releasing like that.
Like that. Like do it again. How are they releasing?
It's like a sort of muscular belch, if you like.
Well, yeah. Whew. Anyway, so he does, because he has to control the whole of the spine, because it has to flow from the top to the bottom to try and heal up. So he does my neck, and he's talking to me. I hear this noise. It sounds like a Vauxhall Cresta that's just fallen off a ramp in a garage. I mean,
yeah, I know.
It's just like, what the hell is my head still there?
I love being clicked. There is something so satisfying about being clicked. I love it. Ian in Surbiton, our resident comedian, and I don't live in Mordor. That's Morden. I live in New Malden, Ian, which is a lot posher.
No, Mordor. I like Mordor. I think that's a good gag.
Do you? I see my chiropractor every
6
weeks to keep things as they're supposed to be. Liz says, hello, boys. I'm back from Lille, and a mini break in France. I saw the pictures on Facebook. It looked a lot of fun. I hope you had a nice time, Liz.
I didn't see any of that, malheureusement, but bienvenue à Lise. Right, okay. So...
what are we going to talk about today, then?
I'll get there in a minute. And then he clicks... What it is with the back is the 4th and 5th vertebral discs are gone. Yeah. They're just absolutely trashed. And then there's another, sort of like the sacroilium joint or something, that's gone as well. So he has to fix all of this stuff. And when they go into spasm, I'm done. I can't move. Yeah. Anyway, so it is so wonderful to have. You forget the joy, the sheer unbridled joy, saying, I can move. Oh my God, look, I can walk.
Take it for granted.
I can drive. I can drive. I wasn't able to do anything. I couldn't, it was ghastly, but getting there. I'm so thrilled. And I'm very happy. I'm happy to put up with a little bit of ache. I can't put up with when it goes into spasm and you just can't breathe.
That's awful.
That's just horrible. And like Ian, I will probably see the chiropractor once I've got through this tranche every month or something like that, just to get everything aligned. And it's not voodoo nonsense. It's a very realistic physiological sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about alignment, isn't it?
It is. It's about, and it's not aligning your chakra or as any of that.
No, physiological alignment.
The actual physicality of your body. When I saw the X-rays,
balanced, aligned.
I saw, when I saw the X-rays, I'm like, oh my God. Wasn't good. I thought we could talk about something that's first of all, we could talk about the ridiculousness of Lewis getting shoved off Strictly, but we probably won't because you don't watch it. And so it's going to be a one-way conversation. And should the popular vote be bothered? Why have the judges? I actually do have a question. And everyone's watching from around the world. Answer me this. They've got this new bullshit when they go, would Tess or Claudia, love Claude's, and they go, and our guest head judge this week is, and they pick one of the 4, right? if it, in the result of a explain this to me, in the result of a tie, our head judge will have the casting vote. Okay, so why do they can't be a tie because they do 3 judges. So 2 will vote for Neil, 1 will vote for Russ, end of, or the other way round. I don't understand that. How can it be a tie?
Well, it can't really. Oh, good news from Dave. Well done,
This
Dave.
is very good. Well done, Mr. Sleet.
Some great news from Wanstead Mental Health Clinic. Our first national lottery funding has been confirmed for 2026.
Bravo.
That's brilliant.
That is fantastic.
I will say this publicly. If you ever get a chance to go to, if he does another seminar on the Alpha brainwave machine, it's extraordinary.
I was due to go and actually I couldn't move.
Brilliant. Go. Just go. It's paradigm shifting. Really is. Love it.
Yeah, I can't wait to try it, but I wasn't simply couldn't move to get there. So Dave was very kind. You know, can you come here? Can you come? No, Dave, I can't go anywhere. And coming in from northeastern United States, where they're probably under 87 feet of snow, Dr. Azadon Brown, Dave A. Sleet, congratulations.
Dr. Asa, how are you, sir? Good to have you along.
Yeah, there's a member of my family gone out and living just outside Boston. They're having snow days, the likes of which you've never. I used to live out
Seriously.
there. When the snow comes, it's like, what the hell? Hello, I'm here. Here we go. Liz Saw. Now, she will know about this. I've caught up with Strictly this morning. Although hard, I think Lewis and Katya going was inevitable. They peaked too soon, much like Neil and myself. I peaked in 1984.
Speak for yourself.
They were good from
you
the start.
You should have seen me at my last run of gigs, laddie, if you say I've peaked too soon.
And go on.
I absolutely nailed it. Everyone.
Did you? Yeah. It's
Just
not going to your head, is it? I'm a little bit concerned. It's not. Oh, is it going to your head, or are you all right?
Well, it looks like it's going to your back.
Are you keeping your feet on the ground in this whirly gig that we call showbiz?
Yeah, I'm still relatively humble, but I did nail them.
I'm noticing the slight approach, sneakily, of the word, relatively humble, because it won't take much. The next thing you'll be Neil Fox. What? The next thing you know, you'll be Neil Fox.
He's a fantastic broadcaster.
Foxy is very good.
Yeah.
He's a lovely man. I'm very, very fond of Foxy. Very fond of him. He's a nice man. I hardly ever see him anymore, but when we do bump into each other, it's always a delight. So how do you feel on this? You said, what are you talk about? I'd like to talk about you for a moment. I had no idea you were going on the weight loss journey, to bring in Liz's term, but 2 stone. How do you feel on this 2 stone loss? And did the doctor suggest it? Was it the doctor, or you just decided to do it?
No, it was a Neil suggestion. I got on the scales and it wasn't good news, and I'm like, no, I'm the biggest. Hi, sir. Good. I was the biggest I'd ever been. And
You're the heaviest you've ever been. I'm not going to ask
looking and feeling like a slob, frankly, because no one looks good overweight, do they? Well, I can't speak for anyone else, but I do.
No, they don't. They don't.
And it was affecting.
You're dragging that weight
areas
around
of my life, and not in a good way. And I just feel better for it. I also feel better for drinking a lot less. Taking loads of drugs. No, not really. That's a joke.
Do you know, I've almost given up drinking. Almost. My drinking has so drastically reduced, and it's not a moral stance. It's when I started to get ill with something. What a year it's been, but I'm still standing like Elton John. The surgeon initially said, well, you get on these pills, don't drink. And bizarrely, and I love a drink, and I started to lose the taste for it because I couldn't drink. So I wasn't gagging for a drink. And this has dragged on for so many months with the various boring things that have happened this year with my health, that I've almost, it's not that I want to quit drinking, I don't, because I enjoy it.
From what you said, you're not addicted to it. You don't have a dependency on it. If you can take or leave it, there's no dependency.
And I've learned something stupid. If I don't, this sounds so silly, right? But when I'm shopping, if I don't buy wine, so I don't have it, I don't miss it. Now, I used to drink a glass of wine every night or two.
Red or
I
white?
enjoyed it. Either or. Didn't really mind. Didn't really mind. Depends what I was having. But I don't have it, so I'm just drinking water. It's fine. Isn't that weird? I never thought I could do that. So during the week, maybe I have a couple of drinks, if that. Now, maybe a couple of drinks.
I normally have a cheat day, but then I wake up with a hangover the next morning. I think, was
Do
that really
you?
worth it?
No, I don't. I feel exactly the same. But I don't. The great thing is, one of my dearest friends became an alcoholic. I'm not going to go into any more details, but he was a raging alcoholic and he had to quit. And he quit completely, and I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of him. I always say, "Do you feel any better?" He went, "No, it doesn't feel any better at all." I mean, it's not going to kill him, but he doesn't feel any better. You clearly feel way better.
I think you can explain that. I think if you, and I'm not saying it's easy to quit alcohol if you have an addiction, far from it. I'm not playing it down, but I think that there's the physical addiction side, but then there's the mental side as well.
Yeah.
Because we're sold a lot of beliefs about alcohol. Understandably, it's marketed to us like anything. It's weaved into every fabric of our society.
Yes,
you know, have a good day, have a drink. Have a bad day, have a drink. Get married, have a drink. Get divorced, have a drink. Any reason to have a drink. You know, it's the only drug you get judged if you don't take. Think about that.
You've said that before, and it really resonated with me. And
Cannabis
I thought,
is
what a
5
clever
times
point.
less dangerous than alcohol, both in personal damage and damage to the people around you in society. Scientifically proven, no doubt about it. Government commission. Look up the work of David Nutt if you don't believe me, or read
Oh
his
no,
book.
and yet don't forget, it did 103 shows with Ollie Mammon on the ABC of CBD. I mean, yeah.
Five
The
times
only
less
thing I would say,
dangerous. And yet people will judge you for taking that. But
the only hang on,
o'clock.
whoa, slim, wait. The only counter argument I have to that is that when people say cannabis, they're thinking of like the 60s when it was all just whatever it was. But now it's so full of chemicals, and some of them trigger horrible.
Alcohol isn't.
No. We're doing one argument at a time.
No, I'm just bantering.
One argument at a time. The thing about modern cannabis, which becomes skunk and all the rest of it, it's only because I did 103 shows on the subject.
Yeah, skunk's not great in my opinion.
No, it is hallucinogenic and also psychotic, can cause psychosis. Now, having a couple of glasses of Black Tower or Blue Nun isn't going to be psychotic.
I'm not saying go out and take cannabis. All I'm saying is if you take the figures, take the averages, and do it statistically, it comes out 5 times less dangerous than alcohol. I'm not saying do it. I'm just saying that's the science behind it.
I can't bet. I'm with Liz on this. Her last point absolutely nails it. Some people are not attractive when they're drunk. Nobody's attractive when they're drunk at all. I find them incredibly boring.
And I'm a lot funnier.
Are you? Oh, thank God. No, are you?
No, I'm a funny drunk.
Some people think they are hilarious when they're pissed.
Some people think they are, but I do think I'm a little bit funnier. I can be.
Really?
I tell you what drug is horrible. I've never done it. Is cocaine. It can turn decent people into absolute arseholes, and I've seen it.
God, I had a business partner who I am convinced was a cokehead. Convinced he was a cokehead, and many years ago. Jeez, trying to make logical business decisions with someone who's coked off their face. Trust me, don't do it. You don't get this on the BBC or other shows, do you? But it's true.
Well, might as well talk.
They are they're paranoid. They're sweating. Their legs going up and down like they're doing a drum solo on a double kit. Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah.
You see, interesting. Dave agrees. My first book highlighted the danger of cannabis manipulation that was happening in the early East. Absolutely.
No, I think he's right. He's absolutely right, because you're right. Back in the day, it was just like we see in the 60s, crumbling like the OXO cube, the hash. Yeah. But then the science evolved, and the whole game got to be put as much THC, which is the element of the 140 molecules in cannabis that gets you stoned. CBD doesn't. THC does. THC is what gets you high. CBD won't. And And the idea was to put as much in as you possibly can. So you're kind of doctoring it. And I'm not saying that I don't think skunk is a particularly good idea because it's just so strong. It's just so strong.
None of it's a good idea.
It's like the special brew of cannabis, if you like.
About 30 more years ago, I used to drink special brew. I'd have the first tin. I mean, I don't touch anything like that now. I'd have the first tin. I'd be gone. You know, especially at a barbecue. So, oh, special brew, and I bang the first one, but I don't really remember much of the rest of the afternoon. I'm a very lightweight. I think it comes from wanting to be in control. I would not want to do drugs because I never have. And it's not a moral thing. People said, oh, but you went through the 60s. Oh, you were at Capital Radio. Oh, you were in the music industry. I didn't touch it. No, really, I didn't touch it because I don't like ever being out of control of myself, ever.
But drink can do the same.
Yeah, if you're hammering it back. Yeah, if you're hammering it back.
Well, it's all about
whether it controls you.
But wouldn't this make a good, compelling case? We're getting into something interesting here to legalize all recreational drugs, because then people could be educated in those.
This is a huge. Oh my God!
You know,
of the 103 shows we did about the ABC of CBD,
it would
huge
remove a lot
issue.
of the black market element. It would.
Well, the first thing is, if these morons are so worried about the black hole, this mythical black hole that idiot Chancellor keeps banging on about, and making up and talking nonsense. Right?
Black hole. What are you saying?
The fiduciary black hole that the Treasury miraculously has or doesn't. Who the hell knows? I won't let them run a wealth stall. Anyway, not the point. If it was taxed like the problem was if it's taxed like cigarettes, the government of the day would be making billions of pounds from it. But then the problem, you're being handed something by your glamorous assistant. If people want to avoid paying that tax, they'll still go onto the black market for whatever it is. It's like that's what's going to happen with cigarettes, of course, because I don't know, I don't smoke, but cigarettes are. The last time I ever bought a pack of cigarettes, this is how long ago, they were £2.
Yeah,
£2. I used to smoke Dunhill menthol. That was it. And when I say smoke, I'd have a pack and it would last for months because I'd have like one a week, if that. And then I just stopped completely. I've never touched it since. I just don't like it, which is really great. I'm really lucky. I can't bear the smell. I can't bear the taste. I'm lucky in that regard. Cigars are a different matter. But if you put the tax, a pack of cigarettes is going to be 20 quid or something, right? People would just go, oh, I don't want to pay that. And they'll go to the black market sources. Of course they bloody will.
Right. I mean, are you happy to talk about this? Because I think this is a really good debate.
Chat away.
I think this is a really, really good debate. If we can get away from, all drugs are bad. Well, in some contexts, yes, of course they are. But so is alcohol. And what I'm saying is also criminalizing people. If people like to relax with a couple of drinks, as long as they're not driving, no problem. But people like to relax with a bit of weed or something like that, it criminalizes them. And they're not criminal-minded people. They just like to relax. And also, interestingly, smoking dope also makes alpha waves in the brain. Not as clever as Dave Sleet's way of doing it with the alpha machine.
Well, I tried smoking Dave Sleet's machine and it just burnt all the rubber and the wires.
Well, that's just silly, isn't it? And immature.
Well, he didn't explain it properly.
Okay.
That's why it's called Dave A. Sleet. As far as I'm concerned, it's Dave B. Sleet.
Right. So
I've demoted him.
The Voice of Reason, always by Dr. Asa, because I always love his contributions to this show. I agree, Russ. That's Liz. I beg your pardon. Sorry, I put the wrong one on. I wholeheartedly agree. Addiction is not solely owned by alcohol, but alcohol has the least resistance and intolerance as a society. We accept that which the governing bodies say is acceptable and reject what they say is unacceptable. I'm not a proponent of being dependent on any substance, me neither, Dr. Asa, but I understand the reliance and the self-medication. Yeah, I can understand that. And wouldn't it, Dr. Asa and everyone listening, be safer if it was all legal, it was all controlled, you could ask a practitioner what is safe to take or most safe to take, in what quantity to take it, overdoses would be gone or much, much less. The criminal element would be vastly reduced.
Would you decriminalize?
Country would make more money.
Would you decriminalize everything? All of it?
Yeah.
You
They've done it in
decriminalise
Portugal.
cocaine. Would you
Yes.
decriminalise cocaine?
I wouldn't decriminalise the dealing of it, but I would decriminalise the taking of it.
Well, hang on. Oh, this is so complicated, though. This is so complicated.
In Portugal, they've got a system where they you could walk down the street in Portugal with 2 bags full of cocaine and the police wouldn't arrest you. I saw a brilliant was it Louis Theroux? No, it wasn't Louis Theroux.
Boo!
Who was it?
I can't stand it.
It was someone like that.
What a
No. Film worth watching. Absolutely brilliant. What's his name? He's the documentary maker.
Not Michael Moore, please.
Yeah, Michael Moore.
Oh, another idiot.
He did a documentary which I thoroughly recommend watching. It's called Where to Invade Next. Don't be put off by the title. He does basically a world tour and meets people in various countries and says, here's really great ideas that I'd like to take back to America. One of them, he visited Portugal, where they've decriminalised the whole thing, and they treat it, if people have a drug addiction, as a medical issue, not a criminal one. Crime rate has dropped. People are coming forward to be healed. They're off the drugs. It works. Punishment doesn't seem to work. Treating it like a medical condition does work. Look at Portugal. Why are we so stubborn?
Philip Harling
around the world and see what's working and adopt great ideas?
But
Canada has legalised weed. The place hasn't collapsed.
Look at what Philip's saying. I don't think one can be airy-fairy about this. This is, this is potentially lethal stuff.
Alcohol and heroin can devastate. I'm not saying go out and take drugs. I'm saying change the paradigm on it. Educate. Don't punish. Have you ever seen an alcoholic punish themselves into recovery? It doesn't work.
Yes. Yes. Because my friend stopped drinking on his own accord. He realized what was happening, finally. And he stopped drinking. I'm not saying who it is.
Good for him, although I'd say that's a rarity. But
he did it himself. I am so proud, and he's kept going for years now. And I'm
sugar would be the first to be banned.
Yeah, sugar's disgusting. Of course
and I agree. Sugar is, why is that not more controlled? If you were to reduce the sugar intake, diabetes would plummet drastically. So why are we not?
I don't know. I'm not gifted enough to answer that question.
Question for the day: why are we not doing more things that work and less things that don't?
Oh, because it's all about money.
And look at countries where they are doing these things and it is working. Cannot recommend that film enough. Love or hate Michael Moore. I love him personally. Where to Invade Next. It's brilliant. And the ideas are groundbreaking. He talks about the French educational system where they have gourmet cooks in to cook for the children in France. The Portuguese drug decriminalisation system. And he asked 2 Portuguese police, would they arrest him if he walked down the street with 2 bags of cocaine? And they went, no. It's food for thought. Whether you agree with it or not, it's worth watching. It is really...
The thing about sugar cannot be stressed enough. In the future, God knows how many years, it won't be in my lifetime, but in many, many years' time, and I've said this for a long time on these shows, sugar will be seen the same way as tobacco, as deeply, deeply unhealthy.
It is.
But it's because it's in everything, absolutely everything. I don't eat processed food. I'm not fitness nut. I just don't like it. I don't eat fast food. Yeah. I don't like it. And frankly, more to the point, it doesn't like me. That's much more to the point. Yeah, so I don't go to any of those fast food joints. I haven't been for, couldn't even tell you, years. I mean, years and years and years and years and years. Here we go. Ian in Surbiton. I lived under a flat where the drug users and alcoholics live. Tried to make our life hell. I bet they did. Even threatened my wife and son. Big mistake. They wanted war, and their eviction showed who won. Nasty people. Yeah, awful.
I'm not saying, Ian. I know we joke about it a lot, but in all seriousness, I'm not saying that drugs and alcohol misused is a good thing. Not at all. I wonder though, if there have been, like the Portuguese system here, if those people, people have to want to quit. They have to see that it's doing them damage.
Most people are incredibly stupid and weak-willed. Sorry, but they are.
Well, many people that smoke say they wish they'd never started, So
but they do. And here's the thing. You should, just that thing. Think about this for a minute, right? With more and more people getting unemployed, or simply the pressure and misery of life, the sheer grimness of so much of it, people turn to booze or to drugs as an escape. That's why they do it.
Pick your favourite.
Well, that's why they do it, right? That's why they do it.
Work, booze, drugs, running.
Yeah, but if just for a second, if Ian lived in a flat and the people upstairs were addicted to porn, not to drugs and not to alcohol, they wouldn't have been threatening him.
No, but they'd have kept him awake all night. Sorry.
Yeah. But do you see what I'm saying? They would not.
And sales of left-handed computer mice would have gone up.
Hey, there we go. They would not have been threatening him and his family.
No, I'm not saying they're nice people. I'm not saying any of that. You know, some people are nasty with or without drugs. Some aren't.
Yeah.
Many people who have a couple of drinks or smoke a joint are not nasty people. They just like doing that. You know what I mean? It's I'm not saying addiction is good. Addiction to anything is not good. I'm saying
I'm with Liz. We brushed past something that we should not have brushed past. It was an earlier comment by our chum Liz Saul.
Go on.
Her drink was spiked at a party. It is a despicable thing to do, and you should be thrown in prison for doing it. There's no ifs or buts. You shouldn't be let off. You should be. That's a prison sentence, as far as I'm concerned. And Liz is saying this. I've seen too many people suffer, and in some cases die from their addictions. Yep.
So have I.
Yes, but those who put crap into someone's drink are worse than those who choose an occasional alcoholic drink. 100% correct, Liz. These people are calculated and evil. Yes, most alcoholics or addicts are trying to escape. They're trying to escape. Putting drugs into someone else's drink, roofing, is disgusting. There's no ifs or buts. It's disgusting.
You see, when you go to social places, the posters up now are Ask for Angela, that's one. And the other one is Warning on Spiking.
Could you explain Ask for Angela to everybody, please?
Ask for Angela is if it's something we've got in the UK. And it's not a bad idea when it works. That if you're feeling uncomfortable in someone's company, maybe you're on a date and this date isn't going right, it turns out to be a bit creepy, then you can go to the bar and ask for Angela. It's a code, and they will escort you out the building or call for someone and basically help you. That's Ask for Angela. But there are there's posters up for spiking as well. But what I always think, what a loser you have to be.
Completely.
If you can't talk to the opposite sex, then you're
without drugging them. Yes,
and you have to use drugs.
It says rather a lot about you that you're an idiot.
It says a hell of a lot about you.
I was at an ad agency, and a very dear friend of mine had a party. I didn't go to it. I couldn't, and she woke up 2 days later. Not joking. She remembers having a drink. She woke up 2 days later.
Yeah.
And she found that somebody we knew, and this guy, I'd worked with him, and it always creeped me out. I thought he was a creep, be honest with you, had spiked her drink. He thought it was funny. He thought it was fun. I'm going back a long, long time, going back like 20 years. No.
Well, funny, spiking someone's
like 25, 30 years, maybe, in the ad agency. And he thought it was hilarious. And he was such an arse. And she was asleep for 2 days. She doesn't remember anything.
That's not remotely funny.
And of course it's not funny. Of course it's not funny. But that gives you a sort of little inkling. Back's going. It gives you a little inkling into the way these losers think. And they are losers. The one who threatened my wife was a paranoid schizophrenic who thought he ruled the place. After a little chat with me, his mates knew he wasn't anymore. I love that. Excellent. Excellent. Well done. Unfortunately, in life, as we will be finding out over the next few years in the United Kingdom, direct action sometimes is the last resort and the only thing that's left to solve things. Not how it should be. Absolutely not how it should be. When you've lost faith in everybody else, you've got to do it yourself. That's where you got to be. And we're going to find that out, and it's going to be horrible, but it's inevitable. I really think that. I take, to try and help me sleep, sometimes I take a gummy, and
What, CBD one?
yeah, just the CBD one. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't,
Well,
depends.
there's been a lot of research, also a massive amount of research into cannabis and its therapeutic benefits. And what they were finding was when they were treating one thing, then other things were healing that they weren't expecting to heal. It does have therapeutic value, as I think all drugs do. I mean, they've done MDMA tests, ecstasy, and they're finding that can help. And psilocybin, that's the active ingredient.
What's that one? What's the last one?
Psilocybin. It's magic mushrooms, and they
sounds like a villain in Doctor Who. Psilocybins are back, Doctor.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, and they found that in the right dose. And that's key. You wouldn't just go picking or go to your street dealer, far from it. But in the right dose, it can help people with trauma. In a sense, you hear people who have bad drug trips. They go so far back. They go so far they can't come back. It's like that, but in a good way. They go so far into health they can't come back. And I'm making it sound a lot simpler than it is. But there's research. Cannabis, they found, has got 142 different molecules. You probably know this with the ABC of CBD. THC, the one that gets you stoned, being one, CBD being another, but many others. So what nature's pharmacy, why not?
Where I got terribly upset, as I said, we did 103 episodes of the ABC of CBD with myself and the expert Oliver Mammon. And it was this, that where medicinally it has been proven to help with certain shocking illnesses with children, with young children.
Well, it took that little boy nearly dying before, was it Javed? What was his name? Savage Javed, I can't remember his name. Legal made it legal for the boy to have the medication that he needed. It took that. That's how behind me are.
That was on an individual case. What is shocking?
Sajid Javed.
If you wanted to save your child, you'd do anything. Am I right?
Yeah, pretty much.
If you wanted to save your beautiful daughter, you'd do anything. I'd do that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Here's the thing. They had to, these people came on the show as guests many times. They were very, very brave. They had to go to Holland and smuggle the stuff back in to give to the kid. And it cured. Right.
So why should people be criminalized?
So the point I'm making is they became criminals. Now, you can say, I will not endorse that under any circumstances. Or
did they get caught?
No. They were talked about it, but they were very public about it because they wanted to say, look, we're not.
And that's the point.
Here's the point I'm trying to make is this.
It's about
it intent. Is shocking that you become a criminal in order to look after your child. We're talking about little kids. I'm talking about toddlers who are fitting. And I don't mean fitting occasionally. I mean having 30, 40, 50, 60 fits a day or more.
I agree.
You're watching the person you love the most in the world having some horrible epileptic fit.
You're right. And it took that poor little boy nearly dying before Sajid Javed, I think that's his name, forgive me if I got it wrong, and Asa Don Brown. Let's not forget that people die every single day from self-medication of their dietary choices. True. A poor diet can lead to serious long-term health problems like obesity. Yeah. There was a word coined at Dr. Asa in certain series of books called diabetes and obesity blended. Long-term health problems, type 2 diabetes, certain cancers and stroke, as well as short-term issues like fatigue, poor concentration and digestive problems by increasing cholesterol, blood pressure and sugar levels while causing nutritional deficiencies like my speaking, that impact mental and physical well-being.
Yeah. There's an argument here. I'm going to put my hand in the hornet's nest, as I like to say. Let's just read out Dave's comment, which is the pharmaceutical industry have got a lot to answer for in the misinformation and conditioning of understanding. Yes and no. I don't see them as moustache twirling villains, right? Because without pharmaceuticals, we'd be a hell of a lot worse. If you want to go back to the Middle Ages, good luck, because I'm not coming with you, right?
Sure.
But I would say this. And the argument goes like this. They've had it. remember, and I say this having lost my wife to cancer, having lost my father to cancer. So, all right, I'm allowed to say it. If you don't like it, I'm not fussed. The argument goes, they found a cure for cancer years and years and years ago, but they don't want to lose the billions and billions of pounds. Are you telling me, are you seriously telling me that of the millions and millions of people who work in the pharmaceutical industry, the odds are that millions of people, literally millions, will have known someone, a relative, a partner, whatever, who's died of cancer? Are you honestly saying they're going, nope, I'm going to let them die because we need the billions of... This is the argument.
Not the employee directly,
bullshit.
but maybe the suits. I don't know.
Do you really think that?
I don't know. I don't want to get into conspiracy theories, but I bet cures have been held back for financial reasons. I bet they bloody have. Maybe not for cancer. I don't know. I'd like to think not, but do you know what? Neil, I don't know.
Longie,
right.
Listen to me. Listen to me about this, because this is a subject very close to my heart, as you know. When I was in the Royal Free Hospital, my wife's dying, and I'm there with her oncologist. And sod's law, in the middle of all of this, his young wife gets cancer.
Oh, God.
My oncologist. We go to a side room. We're both sitting on a bed. We're just, both of us, completely lost. This is the guy I've relied on. He's lost. I'm lost. We don't know what the hell to do. But I've had loads of conversations with him and others on that revolting period of my life that was just ghastly, as you can well imagine. Not as ghastly as it was for my wife. But anyway, they're researching all the time. They're not sitting there like a Bond villain stroking a white cat going, this is nonsense.
No, wait a minute. But the people doing the researching would surely be different people from the make the decision about what to put out there and put not. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I
understand, but think, if they developed an actual cure for cancer. Remember, cancer is a one umbrella word for so many illnesses.
Very much so.
People always forget that. They go, cancer. There's so many different types, and it covers a whole multitude of different illnesses. But if they did, let's say that nature waves a magic wand and they find a cure. Imagine what that's worth. Imagine what that is worth if you found that. It's worth more than anything else, you know. So I'm afraid I don't go along with that theory any more than I thought Bill Gates put nanorobots in the...
No, I don't believe nanorobots.
Separate topic, but reading online that the national media are saying that the new strain of superflu is about to hit the UK. Yeah, is this... Oh, Wimble, I thought you were on honeymoon. What the hell? You back?
Yeah.
Congratulations to David Wimble marrying the lovely Sarah.
Yes, congratulations.
Yeah.
He said he drove his wife up the Hudson.
He took her up the Hudson. She still can't sit down without a cushion.
Russ!
What? Because she's tired from all the honeymooning. She's tired from all the travelling. That's why.
I can only apologise for him.
No, what? What did I do?
I don't know what you mean.
I don't know what you mean.
Dave,
anyway, can we answer Wimble's point before we go?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Dave Beasley.
You're getting conspiratorial there, David. I don't buy that. Sorry.
Oh, whoa. Well, I got to tell you that anyone I know who's got this flu, my grandson's got it, and he's like completely not for six. So, yeah, it's a bad strain. I mean, they're never a good strain, but this is brutal. It's a bad one. Must get my... we're in here we go. So Wimble is in New York. So we've got Azadon Brown in northeastern United States, and we've got the great David Wimble in New York City, flying back this evening. Excellento, Ambassador. And again, I was meant to be reading at David Wimble's wedding service. I was delighted. It was a privilege. I couldn't move. Couldn't get down there. So I'm sorry about that, David.
Now, here's an interesting thing. Dave A. Sleet says it's worth noting
Dave B. Sleet today.
That understood nature's pharmacy have been criminalized for centuries. I mean, there have been cases where,
this is true.
Where, if you like, the pharmaceutical gangsters, if you like, went and destroyed experiments. Again, because if there's a natural cure, they can't make a lot of money. So that component is there. It is there. It
was done in Victorian times as well.
Mm.
I mean, Queen Victoria, I don't know, she was on certain medications, which were then, for everybody else, criminalized. I know that sounds like bullshit, but it's actually true. It's actually true. The laws surrounding all of this, which I'm not going to go into, are so utterly bizarre that you can grow cannabis, but you have to throw certain parts of it away. You have to throw certain parts of it away. And if you don't, that's breaking the law. But it's all, I'm talking about hemp, really. I'm talking about hemp. And we had it. What was fascinating
Hemp
about this
could
show?
be used to make all kinds of things,
Oh,
and it would be
bricks,
much better
ropes,
for the
materials,
much better for the
insulation,
environment.
insulation. The stuff that you can build from hemp, joking aside, is we had all these people who had companies just manufacturing stuff from hemp. And I thought, well, this is going to be a boring conversation. I was riveted because I thought, how are they
rivets.
How are they doing this?
Yeah. Ian in Surbiton, distraction politics. No, you're right. They're not unknown. Again,
You
I
know
don't
perfectly well that David Wimble's right. And it's a combination of two things. Number one, it's all about control and fear. And it was called Operation Fear. They saw how brilliantly it worked with COVID, more than they could have ever dreamed of controlling a whole nation, putting an entire nation under house arrest. And we're all going, oh, yes, please, arrest me, keep me in my house and make me then bang a saucepan for the NHS for just doing their job. Come on. Although, I mean, they spent all that money on that review. It was an absolute nonsense. Only with the passing of a lot of time, if it hasn't been put under a D notice or classified, will the truth about the whole of that COVID thing come up? And it won't probably come out for about another 50, I would mention 20 to 50 years before the truth is known. But as I always say, if you, Neil, were the Prime Minister and it was your responsibility to look after 65 million people and you're in a situation that no one's ever been in before, what the hell would you do? It's so easy to be clever. Monday morning quarterbacking. What would you do?
We have to cut them a lot of slack for that because it was unprecedented.
Yeah, precisely so.
And mistakes were made. I mean, I thought opening the schools and colleges, which are breeding grounds for viruses, in the second lockdown was ridiculous. I thought we locked down too late, and I think we opened that too early. In that, and that was obvious to me at the time, and I don't know quite who was behind that decision, but again, it's political, or we've got to keep the country running and all that sort of thing. But
all of it was politics, and I wish we could be grown up enough to say, let's forget what the politics are, and my dad's tougher than your dad. That's the level of politics we have in this country. It's pathetic. And just say, what is the best for all of us? What is the best for the country? What is the most sensible, intelligent thing to do? Not what's going to score me political points. London's never recovered. London has never recovered from COVID, ever. You can kid it as much as you like. Hasn't.
Dave has sent me something which I'd like to put on screen.
You can do. I'm going to read Better Call Saul. I've just given someone a list of natural remedies and some quick homemade soup. Soup, now you're talking, got my attention. Recipes to help banish some bugs. I'm not prone to passing bugs, thank God for that. But I do make sure I'm sorry, what? I do make sure eat ent good food. She's on drugs. I don't know what she's doing. She's gone mad. The woman's gone mad. All right, what have you got, boy?
Give us a couple of seconds.
Oh, okay.
Also, would it be all right if I plugged something, please?
Go ahead. Of course it is. You don't need to ask me.
And this is an invite to anyone watching this show. There is first of all, let's put Dave's on first of all. Right. Dave, what is this? Because that's you on stage at the Comedy Store. What have you been up to, dude? You've been on a comedy course.
No. What he did is he strapped the alpha machine to everybody in the audience, and now they are his slaves. Absolutely. That is a fact. You can take that to the bank. I've said it. It must be true. I think he did a comedy course.
I think he did.
I've met him. I've met him many times. I got to say, brave. All right, what do we got here? COVID was a war. Yeah. In war, mistakes are made. Yep. What I can't forgive are those who made the rules and then broke them. Yeah, screw them. And Asa from America is saying this. I can't see you, Neil, but we have to hope for the best. Then we come on to what the hell Dave's been up to. Dave Beasley. If there's a buck to be made, there's someone willing to take advantage of others. You better. Pink Floyd's money or ABBA's money. I'm all for capitalism. Well, it's better than the alternative, fella, but wary of those who should be wary. God, you're a doctor. Spelling. Of those who take advantage of another's health and well-being. Of course they do. Of course they do. It's a huge industry. Yeah. Wouldn't you love to meet Asa Don Brown? I'd love to meet this guy.
Well, I have virtually.
No, I met you. No, I mean sit opposite him in real life, not in pretend life. In real life, yeah. I'd love to meet him. I'd like to meet him and his family. It's great. Sometimes you meet people off that you've been chatting to online. I don't mean like that from America. It's a great guy called Clark Gilbert, lives in Grand Rapids, Michigan. We become good pals, and he came over and we got chatting over our love of cigars and stuff. And what an interesting guy. Right, Dave Beasley, what is all this about? Come on, I want to know. What does it look like? The open to supporters, partners, family, and invited guests. I can't read the rest of it. What does it say? The Comedy School. Sleet. Yeah, it's a bit casual. Yeah, it's the end of the improv term of the comedy course. Did you learn anything? I don't know if you can. I'm going to say something very controversial. I don't know if you can teach comedy. I don't know if you can teach it.
You can, I think,
really?
to a degree.
Well, to a degree.
Can I plug something?
I'm not being rude about Dave because I'm a huge fan. You know that. Go ahead, plug. Plug whatever it is. Go on.
We got a comedy night in Walton on the Hill this Wednesday.
Where is Walton on the Hill? Seriously, I don't know where it is. Where is it?
Sort of Tadworth, Surrey sort of area.
Oh, Surrey. All right, okay.
Walton on the Hill, Dockhouse, really nice pub, great headliner. We've got the beautiful Emily K. Owen emceeing, Harry Pereira, Siobhan Dodd, me, Molly Mole, who's won all sorts of awards, and Josh Taylor. It's a great lineup.
When is this?
Wednesday. And anyone that wants to come, any listeners, just private message me and you can come for free.
I would love to, but I have yet another family meeting. But if I don't, if I can possibly make it, I would love to come along because I do find you. I know we take the piss out of each other mercilessly, as only old friends can. But I do find you on stage hilarious.
It's all been noted, Russ. It's all been noted. There will be a day of reckoning.
Yeah, I know. It's probably you. Kick my back. The Clap Comedy Club, the Doghouse. All right. Okay.
So yeah, if anyone would like to come, anyone that's watching this, you're all very welcome. Let me know.
Okay. And so you can have your fan club. Have your fan club there.
I've got loads of fans.
Have you? Really? Is it hot in your house then?
Oh, here we go. Meeting Neil's impossible as being in New Mordor. He can't meet the Enlightened Glades. Surbiton, Enlightened Glades. Oh yeah, my ass plays the banjo. Do you know what word he used to refer to me in New Malden? My lot. A colony. Yeah, colony. One of these days, Ian, in Surbiton, there'll be a day of reckoning.
Oh, God, that is funny. That is very, very funny. I might do another. I don't know. I'm not been in the mood for a whole raft of reasons, but I think next year I might just do one stand up. I might.
Oh, you've got to, Russ.
Well,
will you come and do 10 minutes at our club? Or 20?
I know you've been asking me for years, and for years I've said I'd be delighted. Sure, I've been dying on my arse enough with my health issues this year. I don't need to stand on a stage and die anymore.
Will you headline for us?
Headline? That's a bit of a stretch, but yeah. Well, we could talk about it.
A bit of a stretch. You know what it is? A bit of a stretch, bollocks, from the man that does his own hour-and-a-half show in central London. 20-minute headliner in the burbs is a bit of a stretch. Bollocks, I'm not having that.
Well, we'll see. All right, okay. It's weird. It's a weird feeling. I have to sort of gear up. I have to kind of gear up to it. Got to kind of gear up to it. Wow. It's I'm going to change the subject a second completely. You remember the dog walker who was murdered the other week by an illegal immigrant, as far as you know. And the service was at one of the crematoriums where I work all the time, a wonderful place called Breakspear. We've got to know the staff, and they're incredibly professional. And I just wanted to send out a sort of message. That must have been pretty difficult. That must have been pretty difficult, and a big service as well. Yeah. It's Russ. If Neil is going to threaten me, can you ask him to stand? Ooh. Oh, you are dead.
Come on, Surbiton. If you think you're hard enough, come on, mess with the New Malden Massive.
Now. Holy
Actually, there's only 2 of us left in the New Malden Massive now. However,
what have we got here? Hang on, what's this? I can't get to it. It's. I think you can learn to be open to the opportunities that allow comedy to exist. Oh yes, absolutely.
That's nice.
It means not letting fear of rejection. Well, the fear of rejection is one of the biggest handicaps that one can ever have in personal relationships, in business, in anything like that. You know that I do a weekly podcast called Walk the Talk, the Hero's Journey, right?
Yeah.
With my spiritual consigliere, Mark Collin. So I have sessions with Mark, and also we do the podcast as well. And the greatest advice Mark gave me, which I'm passing on to you, and it's not a joke. Walk in to every meeting like God has sent you. And that, when I heard that, was a seismic shift for me. Walk in to every meeting like God has sent you.
Because ultimately, you can only do your best. And if you go in and do your best, then you can feel good about making an effort and you know, and then you'll be in a good mindset. And you can also remember that there's no failure, only feedback as well. If you know what I mean, and it's not personal generally if people don't like you, and if it is personal, then that's their judgment, and you can't control other people their thoughts and feelings anyway.
It's an art. So
it's
right.
a skill. And make it fun. It's supposed to be fun, you know. I don't take it as seriously as I did next time round. If people don't like me, I'm not going to cry myself to sleep over it. It doesn't bother me that much.
Well, then you're free.
New Malden so last year. Surbiton's okay for the train. Yeah, good for something. Church is the place to be. I like nearly makes me laugh, or is that the wind? I quite like you, Ian, in Surbiton, actually. Even though we banter, I quite like you as well, man.
Well, Kimmy, yes, is the answer to you.
Or if you
I don't believe you know my view.
Same thing.
Yeah. No, thank you. No, God and I are not really on speaking terms, but
you can replace God with universe. It doesn't matter.
Precisely. That's the point. It's not a religious comment. It's a psychological comment.
Yeah.
Walk into every meeting like God has sent you. Well, this is the other thing that
actually that's true, because I walk in the room and people go, "Oh God,
why have you sent him?" That's what they say. God, why? Would it spoil some vast eternal plan? Yeah, it's interesting. The fear of criticism is everything. But you, I'm not blowing smoke up your posterior area, but you are fearless. I'm not as much as you are. You are fearless, and you go to places that I wouldn't go. I don't mean locations. I mean, you go into comedy areas that I wouldn't go. So I'm not comfortable.
What about doing unspeakable things with household appliances?
Precisely so.
The Henry Hoover.
One of the funniest things.
I've got needs. I was lonely over lockdown. We've all got needs.
Yeah, not with a Henry Hoover, you dirty swine. But anyway, it made me laugh. It just made me laugh because it's just, well, it was just very funny. And what the best thing about, well, how can I put this? When you go and see, if you've got mates who are actors or comedians or whatever they do, when you go and see them in their professional capacity, it's the the test of whether they're really good, and I'm going to make it personal about you, but it could apply to any situation, right? You go to see your mate and you say, I'm going to see Neil. But the art of a true artist, who's someone who really transcends who they are, is if you forget that that's your mate up there on stage in a musical or in a Harold Pinter play, or I don't know, whatever they're doing, and you are transfixed by the performance.
In many genres, maybe not just comedy, could be
dancing.
No,
absolutely. It could be like if you see somebody who's your mate and you go and see them as a lawyer. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be. I'm not talking about showbiz. I'm talking about. I
enjoy seeing people in their professional capacity as well, particularly people close to me. I like seeing people succeed professionally. Asa Don Brown, what if I'm dyslexic? Did my dog send me? Careful you don't sell your soul to Santa.
Well, Asa, I heard that you were a dyslexic, agnostic insomniac and used to lie awake worrying about the existence of dog. I'll let that one sink in.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
That's
about that headline spot.
That's about as complicated as it gets.
Speaking of Dog House this Wednesday. Anyone that's watching this, if you would like to come, it's a free entry for you. And we would love to see you there. And I recommend the lineup because I chose them personally. So I know the cut of their jib. This Molly Mole, the chav-looking girl, she won't mind me saying that because that's her whole act.
Sorry? Which one is that? You got 6 pictures. Is she top left, right? Where is she? I don't know.
Well, which one looks the most chavvy?
Well, I can't read it properly, so they all look.
Middle one on the bottom.
Oh, all right, okay.
And she recently won. There was an Midday competition, whose sister comes to my comedy nights, by the way, and it was to find the sort of search for a star, and she won it. It's a UK competition. Siobhan Dodd is brilliant, high energy, brilliant. It's a good lineup. And Pat Smith, Essex lad, very, very funny. So if anyone would like to come for free, we would love to see you.
I think your friend Liz Better Call Saul is taking the you-know-what by putting in 3 plugs.
That's not plugs. They're not plugs.
I don't know what that is. My eyesight, Jesus. What is that? I thought it was a plug. I don't know what it is. Was it a duck? The mushrooms on the side? I don't, God knows. Anyway, I got to go because I've got to.
Wednesday on the show, Maddie Alexandra Grout. She's going to be talking about money and neurodiversity.
We like her. I think, has she been on before?
No, sir.
She sounds familiar.
And good day to you, Dr. Asa. Always good to have you on the show. Thanks for your contribution.
I hope the snow's not too bad. All right, gang. Thank you so much. Been a heck of. I've really enjoyed today. I always enjoyed
me too.
It's been great. Right, Neil's back 12 noon Wednesday with neurodiversity and money. Don't know how he comes up with these things. It's a miracle. Bye, everybody. Take care.